Look at what Kamala did in with her run as Attorney General,
That's
just
it. You're
locking up votes.
diverting. You can't answer the question.
Okay, here's the
Quit
thing. I don't
moving
give
the
a damn. I
goalposts.
don't care that he doesn't have a degree, ma'am. It doesn't matter to me. So what your assertion is
Okay, so
useless
he
on
has
me.
no qualifications to be president.
I'm not gonna say none. I'm not gonna say
None.
none. But if his qualifications don't match for you, good for you. I don't give a damn.
You start off why, right? With all these options and choices.
I'm looking for substance. So if you can't come with a substance level of conversation, I have no interest.
Okay.
You black man taking a liking to how my lifestyle is living and how I'm going, man. You being intrigued, man. That's very humbling for me, man.
I was born in South fucking Georgia. All right? The way I grew up, racist, homophobic, anti-abortion, violently Christian. Okay? Because that's what I was taught. And then I moved out. I got my own viewpoint. I realized things. I went to college. I took history courses. Here's the thing. We can agree to disagree on anything. Unless you're racist. Unless you're homophobic. Unless you're transphobic.
Let me jump in really quick because I'll tell you this. We've been doing this show called Conservative versus Independent for a while. And one thing that I do appreciate about having a conservative like George on the panel is that his mind is open. He does have some strong viewpoints. And I mean, all of those viewpoints do not connect well with people. The other thing is he grew up in a Democratic area of his city in Memphis. He's been through a lot of the problems that many of people who live in the urban sprawl have been through. But then at the end of the day, somehow, some way, he became a conservative.
Right. I grew up in South Memphis, Whitehaven. Grew up really in the heart of the city for 40 years. And I've always been relatively conservative. And just at this point I am in my life, I'm a really full-blown conservative, not a Republican per se. But I base my rhetoric and my views on my values, not a label or anything like that. So in my life experience, I mean, I've grown to be accepting and tolerant of many people. I'm pro LGBTQ, not necessarily the trans men going in the bathroom thing, but I grew up with lesbians as friends, with gays as friends. I lived with a transgender person who was a relative for a while, so I'm used to that. I guess the thing is that people take issue in thinking that we are racially supposed to be a monolith, despite our experience, and that's simply not the case. So I'm open enough as a conservative to go into those spaces and have those conversations and do those kind of things. So that's just a bit about me.
Let me stop you right there. You're not conservative. You're Republican. Look at things. Okay, imagine a ruler in front of your face, okay?
Right.
The middle ruler is independent.
Mm-hmm.
To the right, it's conservative or it's Republican. Immediately, it goes independent, Republican, conservative.
Mm-hmm.
And the other way, it goes middle, independent, Democratic, leftist.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing
What was that last part? What was the last part?
Leftist.
Leftist. Okay. Got you.
Yeah. You're a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a conservative.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not an insult. That's genuinely a compliment, man.
All right.
Okay?
So what's the difference between a Republican and a conservative?
Because we're not in cults at this point.
Right.
We don't take it so far. me and you, we probably agree on certain things.
All right.
Like you probably have some opinions I don't agree on. I probably have some that you don't agree on. But we have opinions that we will agree on.
That's
When
right.
you hit conservative, when you hit far leftist, we're opposites. We're enemies. We don't agree on anything.
Yeah, but
That's a
here's the
good.
thing.
Go
I
ahead.
reject the label of a Republican is because that means to me, that means being a Republican that I vote down the red line no matter what. That's not what I do. I endorsed Dr. Marie Fagans, who was a Democratic candidate for mayor of Shelby County. I've endorsed Democrats, based off my values. So I don't, and I respect your assertion to label me a Republican. I just choose not to wear it as I'm more conservative because that means I'm more value based. But be a Republican to me speaks more of being rigid in something that's more political, and just that's not me.
Let me tell you why you feel that way, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In the past, like it's always been Democrat, Republican, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Republican has become a stigma and enemy immediately because of Donald Trump. And that's the
Yeah,
only reason why.
yeah, because of
But
people's perceptions of
conservative
him.
is worse than that. Because conservative is strict MAGA.
So
There's
let me
nothing
ask
wrong
real
with-
quick. Do you think that Donald Trump has hurt the Republican Party or conservatives? Like
Yes.
the okay, how so?
I feel like he has made y'all enemies. So here's the thing. For my entire life, obviously, there's always been the Democrat, Republican Party, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But there's always been agree to disagree. But it's never been treated like a sports team, you know?
Right. But
It's
I don't think
like,
I don't think that's because of Trump. I think that's more so because of that behavior on the left, from my experience. I've received nothing from the right, but pretty much acceptance. But it's been those on the
Okay.
left that have called me the N word. It's been those on the left that have yelled in my face 3 feet away at protests. It's been the left come with all the vitriol, question my nonprofit, question my integrity. It have not come from the right. So all the hate I've experienced that I can document has been from the left.
that's because they associate the right with Trump at this point.
Right, and
Let
they're
me
idiots
ask
for doing. Yeah,
How old are you?
I'm 48.
Okay, so you've been in multiple elections now.
Right, right.
So during the Obama era, did you experience the same thing?
No, because everyone was happy because the avatar of black liberalism they created was winning. So of course they didn't. They didn't do that until they got Trump derangement syndrome because they want to hate themselves and
But
hate the country. And no, you didn't see
you
that.
you were in this before Obama.
Right, way before. Never saw
So
it
did
until
you
people got this Trump
experience
derangement syndrome.
that during Bush?
I was there since Reagan. I go back to the
No.
80s on this. Yeah.
So did people hate on you, trash on you the way they do now? Did they do
No,
that
because
during Bush's era?
Yeah, we didn't have social media like we do now. We didn't have people able to be emotionally weaponized like we do now. So, of course, that wasn't around back then.
When you spoke to people and you said, I voted for Bush, I'm a Republican, did you get the visceral that you do now?
No, it wasn't discussed back then. Back then, we kept our business to ourselves politically. Politically, it was like,
Exactly.
right. But now that people are open about it, now people feel as though they can choose and ridicule, which is utter BS. I just get a lot of hate from the left, which I'm sure, and I know, and I'm aware that it happens on the right as well. I'm not being naive in any regard, but I grew up as a black man in Mississippi and Tennessee and was never called the N-word by anyone other than, my stupid people. But when I came out as a Republican, as far as not even as a Republican, but as a conservative, that's who I heard it from immediately. I reposted from a year ago post I got where I've been called a wildebeest and animals by our white liberal savior brother. So I choose not to associate with that film.
I'm telling you, it's a Trump thing.
Okay, if they have a
Because
Trump thing in their mind, if they hate Trump that much and it has nothing, he didn't say anything to them, that's on them. That's in them. Their Trump derangement is on them. And I reject that notion. I reject those people wholeheartedly.
You're getting like really heated. I'm trying to you
Ma'am, I'm
really
not getting heated.
reasonable.
I'm not getting heated. I'm being reasonable. But here's the thing: people call me heated when I stand on what I believe. I stand on what I believe. I stand on my experience. I stand up growing up as a black man that raised in the city of Memphis, a Democratic city. I'm passionate because I ran 2 political campaigns. I've seen the BS up front. I'm just not. I'm not with that Trump derangement syndrome. I'm not with the Democrats. I'm not with the Republicans. I'm with being a conservative. And if people can't deal with that, have a problem with it, that's not up to me. That's not my deal.
Kara raised some really good points. Is that, before Trump came in, there was not a huge amount of the verbiage that's coming from the left about what people are when it comes to being a Republican. So I say that to say is that I wanted to raise the topic tonight about whether or not minorities should actually be a part of the Republican Party. And I think Kara is going to be on a good side of the other equation since I'm independent to argue that. So I think that that's a good thing to go into. So Kara, go ahead and finish your point.
So here's my thing. You're saying you're Republican and all that. And I'm not judging you for it at all. Like, I have Republican friends. I have a Republican family. I don't judge Republicans. It's the people that lean so hard into the conservative MAGA ideology that I judge. And that's the thing right here is we're talking Republican Democrat and you're bringing up Trump derangement syndrome.
Right.
When the reality is the Republican Party has existed since Washington established the Republican and Democratic parties. But right now,
well, actually, let me break in real quick. They actually didn't exist until the mid 1800s. The Republican Party.
I mean, the first Republicans were blacks. The first Republican congressmen were blacks. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I feel as though people have made Donald Trump an avatar for their failings in life. And everything that goes wrong in their life, they somehow related to Trump derangement syndrome, which I see all the time. Uh, and that's the thing with every administration. The president does become a de facto avatar for the ailings of the other side. So this is nothing new. We're just seeing it to this level because of social media and
never
things
been
like
this
that.
bad before. I've
No, but
never seen
we're living in a different
Obama,
time.
Bush, Reagan, Kennedy, Christmas trees. I've never seen those tattoos. I've never seen those themed weddings around a president.
Right, but the thing is, back in the day, back during the Reagan days, it would occur in the barbershops. It would occur in discussions while picking up the kids. It would occur in different places. So it still occurred. It just was some more subversive. And the reason you're seeing it now is because now with everyone thinking they have a voice on social media, you're going to see more people's derangement and delusion comes out. But it still existed back then. I was very vocal about my opposition of Obama back in the day. I heard it back then, but not to this degree. Yes, you are saying that. And that's true because people are less hesitant to say things online than they would in person. So we're seeing a lot of people's true feelings. We're seeing their psychopathy. We're seeing their derangement on the left and the right. And I just don't ascribe to the notion that Trump has done anything other than be a manly president, be a president that says what he does, and people hate that. So
so George, was there Obama derangement syndrome as well?
Yes, there was because they deify the Obamas as some kind of great saviors for people when the only thing they saved was the transgender community.
But I mean, from the right,
I think. Yeah, I think so. I think people deify Obama and think that he was. First of all, he wasn't.
The example of it.
Okay.
Can you list
First of all, calling him the first black president to me is ridiculous. He's born of a white mother. He's not black. He's the first biracial president. Yeah. I think people acting as though I remember election night when he won the election. I was at home with my wife who was pregnant at the time. And my coworkers were calling me, crying, happy. I'm like, what are you crying for? This is not going to help us at all. You'll see. They believe the coup. They believe they believe the notions of the left and their white liberal saviors that somehow this is going to be a panacea, a utopia for black people. And I knew it would never be that way. So in that way, even now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so have you seen an Obama Christmas tree, an Obama-themed wedding, Obama tattoos?
Yeah, you see him on left all the time. If you go into some of the Obama memes, you see a lot of things. It's not propagated because it's not sexy. You're not supposed to criticize or ridicule the Obamas, but you can do that to Trump all day. So it's been the same thing, just
Okay, but
different.
what about Biden?
Excuse me.
What about Biden? You ever seen
Oh, nobody cares about
a
Biden.
Biden
Yeah, Sleepy
tree?
Joe. Nobody
A
cares about
Biden
the Biden. Yeah,
tattoo?
no,
A Biden themed
no. He
wedding?
was Biden's never stayed awake. But people don't even. I don't even
But
think of. I totally look over the Biden administration, but yeah, in places where it can
okay,
be.
so there's recent footage
Mhm.
of Trump falling asleep during meetings
Right, but
since
he had.
his
Oh,
most
But
recent election.
right,
There's
and
multiple footage of that.
that's a
and
good point.
there are also pics of Clinton dozing off over his two administrations. There are also a couple pics of Obama looking tired over his two
Mhm.
administrations. So the thing is,
But it's
those aren't
Trump
lauded, but these
is
are.
fully, fully asleep, fully nodding off. The most
Okay.
recent video of Trump that has
Uh-huh.
gone viral
Uh-huh.
is he was fully asleep and farted himself awake.
All right.
Have you ever seen that with their president?
Yeah, we've seen it from every president. There have been over the administration's pictures of every
No,
president
he
nodding off
hasn't.
over the time.
Hold on. Hold on, Kier. Hold on. Farting himself awake? What does that? Can you walk me through that, please?
Recent video. It was posted 4 days ago. He's in the Oval Office meeting. He's asleep. You can hear the audio of him farting, and he kind of jerks awake, and the people behind him take a few steps back.
Okay. And here's the thing. So what? I mean, I just found
That's
pictures of
funny.
I just found pictures of Obama nodding off over the years. So I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's a tough job. So
But here's the
okay.
Okay,
thing.
so
It is
go
a
ahead.
job. But Obama was in his 30s. Trump is in his 70s.
All
The
right.
difference between dementia and being tired by your job. Trump has had to have multiple competency tests.
Okay. And he passed those tests. So
But that's not a bragging point, bro.
there's not a what?
You get that, right?
Hold on, I can't hear you.
That's not a bragging point. You know what
It's
a
not.
competency
I'm not saying it's a bragging point, but it happens. So if it happens with
But he
Trump, it happened with
brags
Obama.
about it.
Okay, so when he
He
laughs
goes
about
on
it,
social media and he says, I've passed multiple competency tests. No other president has had to take one.
right?
We have never had a president that we are so concerned has dementia that he has to have, at this point, 4 competency tests to test
Okay,
for dementia.
Kier, let me ask you this, though, really quick, because Joe Biden, who was labeled Sleepy Joe Biden, for a good reason. I mean, the Democrats really did kind of hide what they were necessarily feeling about his true medical diagnosis. And
he was
now it's
also
kind of coming out.
old as hell.
So what's the difference? What's the difference between Trump and Biden when it comes to that? I mean, it seems like they're both just kind of old men who probably should sit the hell down.
So that's a point in itself. We have an age limit to vote. We should have an age limit to have office because people in their 80s do not represent us.
So what? But what is
in their 80s
so then why
have access to shit?
But my thing is, what does that have?
Yeah, Biden fell asleep a few times. Biden did not display the symptoms of sundowning syndrome and dementia that Trump is.
Yeah, he showed more. He showed way more. I can find examples of him nodding off, of walking off stage. His Biden's record of having possible dementia and being possibly impaired, whether due to age or cognitive deterioration, has been way more apparent than Trump's.
There's evidence of Biden nodding off.
Right.
But to this day, Biden is coherent. He has no other,
So, Karen, let me ask you this. Do you think that the Democrats did, let me ask this really quick. Do you think that the Democrats did Biden wrong by jumping over his presidency and placing Kamala Harris into the position?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Really?
Right,
you know why they did that though, right?
He could not have even been slated for a second term. They could have found Kamala should have been in it already if that's who they wanted. But if that's not who they wanted from the start, no, he is, again, he's known as Sleepy Joe. he should not have been slated for a second presidency term.
Right.
They should have found a secondary Democratic option.
So you think they did him wrong, though? Because I really...
Kamala, she should have been the initial option, but they didn't.
Yeah,
they fucked up.
But had they made her the initial candidate, she would have failed because she's not qualified to be president. She was not nominated. She was appointed. She was handpicked. Her record in California as attorney general was abysmal. She's not. I don't think she's a capable leader. So they may have set up Biden to get him in one administration, knowing he was on the time.
But George,
JD
Vance wasn't qualified himself though to be a vice president.
Exactly.
Himself.
And let me stop you right there. Kamala Harris has a strong history of leadership. She worked her way up through law school. She was
Really?
the DA. She was the attorney general. Tell me, what does Trump have in any of this? He was fucking dude from The Apprentice, dude. He was a game show host.
It does, but he also in the 80s was a staunch Democrat. He also provided.
That doesn't matter.
Why doesn't that matter? So if that doesn't matter, then why does Kamala's fake record?
Qualifications.
Okay, here's the thing.
School.
It's not just about that. It's not about qualifications. She's not qualified.
No. Quit diverting. We're talking strict qualifications.
Right.
Kamala Harris went to college.
So
worked
what?
her way up through law.
So what?
What did Trump do to earn his qualifications?
He built a business. He ran enterprise. He was involved in a lot of construction in New York. He's worked with politicians.
But what are his qualifications?
Nobody gives a damn about qualifications.
Law-wise.
Can you do the job or not? When I worked in the tech industry, we didn't care about your degree. Did you know how to do the work? And he's doing the work. And Kamala's talks about watching the
presidency. That's not the presidency. That is purely dependent on law.
Okay, and he has better.
Good point.
But here's the thing. Look at what Kamala did in with her run as attorney general, just locking up votes.
You can't answer the question.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't give a damn. I don't care that he doesn't have a degree, ma'am. It doesn't matter to me. So what your assertion is useless.
So he has no qualifications to be president.
I'm not gonna say none. But if his qualifications don't match for you, good for you. I don't give a damn. He's a good president. I support him.
So let me ask this.
Bottom drop right there.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Look at a person that has multiple law degrees that built their way up to understand the laws of this country, and you will pick a man that has no qualifications over it.
Okay, if you worry about qualifications, okay. That's good for you. And you know what? Congratulations, you feel that way, ma'am. We don't give a damn. Thank you, though. I really appreciate, and I do appreciate your opinion, but it doesn't matter to us.
Now you're yelling because that's what you people do.
I don't get it.
Do you want the truth, or do you want what kind of answer do you want?
The truth, of course.
Here's the truth. Okay.
You said yourself, like it's more about substance.
Literally my everyday life when I wake up, the things I go through, the things I do, I'm definitely gonna start streaming and giving y'all the rawness, man.
This thing is very real. It's real, but the thing is, people who do this for real.
It seems that we only come together when it's something negative. Let's try to do something positive. I think we need to get back to more of that instead of the reactions of something.
All y'all come at you and sit your hands down. Let me tell you what's wrong.
They don't think they need it. You begin to start understanding, like, this is what I like, this is what I want. You start
I love the spirited debate between both of you.
It's not a debate. I'm proving points. He's yelling and insulting because that's what fucking Trumpists do.
We'll let the viewers decide. but what I think here is this. Because I want to jump back to this, and you all are welcome to go off. But should minorities and I'm going to throw this to Care. Should minorities invest in the Republican Party based off of everything that you said? What do you think, Care? Let me ask Care specifically. Okay. Then, George, I'll have you jump in after that.
All right.
I can't answer that.
Okay.
Well, I can answer it. But again, I'm not staunchly a Republican. I'm not staunchly a Democrat.
But based off of what you've seen.
On both sides.
Okay.
But the party today, what Trump represents, no, they shouldn't. But this is his last term.
Apparently. Allegedly.
It's the next, it is according to the Constitution. So if the next Republican president is pro-minority or better supports minority rights, or just in general isn't trying to cut them like Trump is, then yeah, if minorities support other Republican stances, then 100%. You know, okay. I've never aligned to a party. I vote for whose policies I most agree with. And right now, the Trump policies, the Project 2025, it is meant to cut minorities, to cut the LGBT, to cut women.
How? Because the almost 25% of black men voted for Trump this past election. I know more black Trump supporters than I've ever known before in my life. So, 5%. How does what?
Did you ever take this?
Hold on, you cut out.
Right, you said 25%. That leaves 75% of the opposition.
All right, but what that means, but there's still a high number of black men that voted for Trump. I don't see Trump as being exclusive to any genre or any race of people. If that's what you see, that's what you see. But that's not my experience. So we have different experiences.
Let me ask you this: you ever taken a statistics class in your life?
Ma'am, please come with some common sense. You talking about all these courses and stuff. Nobody gives. That's not reality. If that's your reality, fine. What I'm telling you is
but it is.
Yes, I've been to college, ma'am. I have not taken specifically a statistics course, but I've been to college.
Okay. So when you look statistically, 75%, 25%.
Okay.
That's minor when you're looking at basic shit. There's 5 billion people. And let me picture you this way, okay? From the Earth to the moon, okay? That would take 100 years.
Okay.
When you go to billions, from the Earth to the moon, that would take 1,000,000 years.
Okay.
Okay? That's right there. So when there's 5 billion people in the United States, and black people make up 200 million of them, you say 25%?
Between 21 and 25% of black men, yes. Between 21 and 25%.
We're talking 2.5 million to 500,000. Do you get that?
Okay, that's nice. You can quote numbers. I'm talking about in the streets, reality, what I deal with.
No,
I can
that's
find 5 brothers
literal
with,
math.
Ma'am,
That's
okay, great,
math,
great. And I can find figures to substantiate whatever assertion I want to. Numbers are subjective. Daddy, I can find a data.
No, but they're not. They're literally not.
Okay, but here's the thing. I can find data to substantiate anything I want. So let's get off statistics. I'm talking about our life experience.
Provided.
Okay, great, great. All I know, I can
find data for anything you want.
Great. I can find
science and math works, man. You can make up whatever you want.
And great. I can find 5 brothers with mega hats right now where I couldn't 5 years ago. That's great. I'm a Trump supporter. I'm gonna support Trump. I feel like he supports black people more than Obama or Biden has based on his policies. I find more things that are gonna help the poor and things on the right than I have on the left.
So what have you done so far?
That's what I was gonna ask. What policies, George?
To help the poor.
Okay, you don't support it. Great. Good for you. I do. I'm with Turning Point USA.
No, that's not what I said.
Right.
I asked, name a single policy he passed to support the poor.
Okay. They're working on mental health initiatives to affect people that have been justice affected, to help them transition back in society.
Okay, what policy is that?
So I'll pull it up. Give me a few minutes. I'll pull up the policy.
Yeah, go ahead. You got time. Yep,
Yeah, I
you can
got
pull
time.
it up.
And then actually read the bill out to me.
Okay, I know. I'll do your work for you.
So Karen, let me throw this back on you. What policies have the liberals done to support minorities, poor people, people who are disenfranchised? While George looks that up.
Well, Biden passed a law stating that banks can only charge a minimum $10 overfee for overdrafts on bank accounts, and Trump overruled it, and now banks are charging a minimum 35% overdraft.
Okay, I found them.
Okay, anything else that you can think of?
Biden eliminated student debt for college students. Trump reinstated it.
Okay.
Trump passed a law stating that nursing students no longer classify as professional health professions and qualify for loans. And now nursing students have to pull out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, that's three. What you got, George?
Okay. Also, one thing not on my list is that Trump actually broke up the cabal of financial entities that will buy houses in bulk and make it harder for those to obtain home ownership. So he did do that. There are also the opportunity zones he passed in 2017, expanded in 2025, that covers thousands of communities, including many predominantly Black communities, to modify designation cycles to make more economically prudent. There's the Future Act he passed in 2019, providing permanent federal funding for HBCUs, including approximately $285 million annually. And in my role with Turning Point, I've seen that up close. There's the HBCU executive order, which he signed, reestablishing the White House initiative on HBCUs, emphasizing funding, infrastructure, and private sector partnerships. There's the First Step Act of 2018. It was a consequential criminal justice policy act that expanded opportunities for certain federal prisoners to earn time credits, reduce and mandatory and minimum penalties. There's also the Apprenticeship and Workforce Act. Trump has emphasized apprenticeship and vocational pathways alternatives for expensive 4-year degrees for those that are needy. Also, the minority-owned businesses. During Trump's first administration, tax reform, deregulation, and programs through minority business development agencies were explicitly promoted as ways to expand opportunities for minority-owned businesses. There's the opportunity zones he did in 2025 and 26 to echo his work. So the argument that he's anti-Black or anti-poor is just an assertion by the left to instill the insidious propaganda, while deifying the left is something that we all Black people need. If you're not a leftist, fine. If you're not a Republican or conservative, fine. It's each his own. But don't spread misinformation and ridicule those for supporting Trump that don't support the agenda to socialize and feminize the Black man in our community by removing fathers from the home, which has been a policy since integration. And we can see that. So that's fine. If you hate Trump, hate Trump. We don't care. Cry in your corner, suck your thumb. But we're going to do what we got to do for the nation, the country, and the family.
Did you actually read those?
Yes. Am I not supposed to read those?
Yeah, you are actually. You read off the title of the fucking bills. You just read off an AI summarized. You just Googled
and
something.
there's still the information. What do you want? You asked me to look them up for you because you were too lazy to look them up yourself.
No, I didn't ask you to look them up. When he asked me what Trump has done negatively, I was able to list that off the top of my head. You had to fucking Google it.
Ma'am, so I did research. Unlike you, you're a Democrat. You don't do research. I did research. Who cares where the hell the data came from?
I never said I was Democrat.
You're acting like one. You're acting like one. I mean, yeah, you call me a Republican when I'm not one.
Democratic or Republican
yes, you do. Yes, you do. You have
Trump
derangement syndrome really bad. And it's so cute. Thank you.
It's very adorable what you're saying, actually, because the irony is
what's the irony?
Unreplicable.
What's the irony? I'm listening. What's the irony? Tell me.
He asked me what Trump has done negatively. Okay. And I was able to list 4 things off the top of my head. You had to fucking Google what he's done.
I took notes. I took notes. What do you care? I mean, do you realize how asinine and ignorant you sound? Because I had to look something up. I don't remember. I don't keep. I have things going
Yes,
on.
that's the
My, I
irony
don't
of
have
it.
Trump derangement. I don't have Trump derangement syndrome where I obsess over these things. Of course,
No,
you
but
got them in the
you
top of your
do.
head.
That's the irony of it.
Okay, come
I
on.
know what he's done
All
off the
right,
top of
thank
my
you,
head.
thank you,
You
thank.
have
I'm
to
glad.
Google things
Yeah,
and
I
you're
have to look
calling
it
me
up. Oh God,
uneducated.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
because I
educate it
did
because I
my
looked at a note.
education and I already know it.
Oh, you're
So
so good for you. You already know
And
because
here's
you're
the thing.
obsessed. You're obsessed with hating Trump, and you commit these things to memory because you have nothing else in your life. You're committed to hating Trump, so you remember these things obsessively. So of course you do. So if I who have actual stuff going on, actually done things in the community, have to look at notes, and that bothers you, great, good for you.
Honestly, we're just going to pause right here
Yeah, let's pause.
because I don't think we have to say anything else.
No, I don't. Not to you. I don't. But thank you.
No, I mean, to the audience,
Yeah.
he has
Yeah.
condemned himself enough by rambling because he
Oh, okay.
doesn't have an educated point to say.
Oh,
When you
oh,
don't have education, when you don't have stats, when you
right,
don't have
right.
proof, you get
Oh.
mad and you do what you're doing right now. You
Ma'am,
disrupt.
ma'am, I'm passionate. I've run a profit for nonprofit for 8 years, dealing with politicians, dealing with the community. I put work. I got blood in this game. I don't know who the hell you are. I run
And
two
that's
political.
great
No, 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 no. Stop. I run two political
because
campaigns.
well,
No, no, no,
talk
no,
to
no, no,
me,
no, no, no.
dude.
I've done this stuff up close, and you're just a random chick to me online talking about how much you hate Trump and nothing else. Until you invest and put some
I
things in the
never
thing.
said I hated Trump.
And until you've
okay,
actually done some work in the system, I really don't give a damn what you have to say because you're coming off as
I never said I
asinine
hated
and Trump
Trump.
derangement syndrome. So you have a good
okay,
evening, ma'am. There you go.
okay. So let me ask really quick, George.
Yeah.
Should minorities as a whole be a part of the Republican Party based off of everything that Care said versus what you said and opposed to what Care said?
Right.
Why should
And I
why
would
should
like to
minorities
interrupt.
be over
I
there?
want a policy. I want a policy, not a rant. I want a stated policy as to why they should do that.
Give it to I'll
Okay,
give her
here's
that.
why.
What do you got?
Because here's the thing. You should only vote according to your values, not necessarily your politics. My values align with the Republican Party, as many black people are
Okay.
saying that they are. It's not necessarily about policy. We are pro-family. We believe in the black male being returned to the home, whereas at the end of segregation, the Democrats enacted the welfare policies that said you can't have a black man in the home. I think the feminist movement has destroyed the black family. So we're about that. I'm also pro-life. I'm pro-choice, but I don't believe abortion should be used as a birth control mechanism. That too. There are many blacks that feel that way. So the thing is, if you're black and you have certain values, yes, you be voting politically to a school of thought that represents those values. The Democratic Party tends to be full of race baiters. We look at Al Sharpton and Obama, it's about race. They want to make your race your religion. We don't do that. We don't believe in that. We align with people who identify with our values. So here's the thing. If that fits you, you align. I'm not out to recruit for the right. That's not my job. I do my work on American Thinker. I do my political work. I do all the things that I'm involved in, Eric, that you know about. If you want to vote Republican, fine. Do. If you don't, fine. Don't. I don't care anyway. I don't have Trump derangement syndrome. I didn't have Obama derangement syndrome, even though some people did. Do you do what you want to do? But here's the thing, based on your experience is different from mine. I'm a black man. You will never have the same experience as I do. Ever. So the
Okay,
fact
so
that uh-huh.
no, I'm just saying. So your argument is value based.
Right.
That because of the unique
Okay,
values that the Republican Party has. Hold on, Kiera, just a second, Kiera. So because of the unique values that the Republican Party has that should align with African Americans and minority as a whole, such as bringing back the family, such as getting off of social programs, such as accountability, self-respect, all of those things, no abortions, more children. You feel as though that's why black people should align themselves, minorities should align themselves with the Republican Party. So Care, his argument is value-based, and it's not so much as policy, but values. So what about yours, Care? One more time.
I'm gonna just make one point here.
Oh, go
Me and you
ahead,
both
please.
stated list one policy Trump has stated, instated, whatever, that promotes minorities. and this man just gave word vomit about.
Yeah, I gave you what you asked for. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
No, I asked for a policy.
Okay, hold on. Let
Let
me find. The Future Act is a policy. The Final Step Act is a policy. The Opportunity Zones are a policy. I just gave you 3 that I read to you earlier. The HBCU's policies. What else do you want?
I asked you without Google. Because you blindly
Ma'am, you didn't say
support
nothing
this
about Google. If you hung up on Google, you can get the hell off here now because that's stupid. It's the fact that somebody has to reference a note to prove something to you and you have nothing else better to do but to recite memory and your Trump derangement syndrome, that's on you. If I got to pull up a note to
You
refute you,
should
I will do it.
know.
Ma'am, I don't,
You
ma'am.
should
This your
know what
because this
policies you're
your whole
voting
life.
for.
Your whole life is revolved around hating Trump, so you're obsessed, ma'am. I have things to do, so I'm not going to sit up here and commit all these things to memory. If I
Bro,
just
my
name
whole
three,
life
if I
is
just name
around
3
fucking
policies,
people's dads.
Do you
ma'am,
And
if I
fake
name
Trump?
if I name 3 policies, if that's not good for you, I don't know what the hell you want. So you can go on with it. You asked for 3, I
You
gave you
had to
3.
Google the policy.
Ma'am, what difference does it make?
Because
Is
you
it that
don't
to
know
make you
what
feel
you're voting
proud?
for.
Oh God, this idiot. Ugh.
So what do you got for us, Care? So he couldn't pull that up with Google, but at the same point, what do you have in opposed to what he's saying?
I'm saying I've never aligned with the Democratic or Republican Party. I vote policy based
Do you hate
single
Trump?
time. I do not think he is a good president. I do not think he is fit to lead the United States.
And I think he's the greatest president of all
However,
time. So we agree to disagree.
I've
Okay.
always voted policy based because I have views that align on both sides. I cannot be staunchly Democratic or Republican.
Okay. Great.
However, I'm clearly much more educated than fucking Tiny Bob on the other side that wants to rage out and insult me.
Okay, I'm not. Yeah,
And let me
because
say one
you're
thing
bringing
to
it.
the
What is
beepers.
your education then, man? What is your education?
Good question.
What's your
Oh,
degree
What's your
in?
education?
You
What's your
actually
degree
want to
in?
know?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a pre-medical degree in biology with a minors in psychology.
Great. I'm also pursuing my master's degree in psychology as well. So here's the thing: nobody
So
cares.
what's
I'm
your
not.
bachelor's
I
in?
don't vote. I don't vote on policy. I vote on values. We vote on different things. You're into policy. I'm into values. So of course we're gonna agree to disagree. I don't care
Well,
about
that's
policy per se. I'm looking
hilarious.
at values. Well, that's great. I just gave
So
you the
you don't
policies, and you don't
care
want. I don't what?
because policies affect us all. You
Okay,
get
and so
that,
do our
right?
values too.
You
And so do our
can have a
values.
president that says, I value American citizens and promoting back families, and his policy is every single man on this earth should have his fucking balls cut off. And you're gonna support him over value?
Ma'am, I didn't say that. I'm gonna pick my
You
values. I'm gonna vote.
literally just fucking said that. You
actually just misquoted yourself because here's the thing. I vote on
No,
values.
you
I don't
just
policy.
said
Hold on.
I only
Policies can
look
be
at value,
changed.
not policy.
You're creating a false
So a
hypothetical to
man
assert your
can say,
point of view.
I value this, I value that,
Right.
but my policy is XYZ.
Well, how are his policies antithetical?
Look at you. Look at you.
Give
I
me
can
one.
look at you in the face, okay?
Okay.
And I can say, I value you as a person.
Right.
My policy is I'm going to punch you in the fucking head every second Thursday of the week.
Give me a
Which one
policy
are
that
you gonna
Trump.
vote
Give me a
for?
policy that Trump enacted that
Which
reflects
one are
that.
you going to vote for?
Ma'am, please give me a policy.
Which one are you going to vote for?
I'm gonna keep my hands up and vote my values.
Great.
I'm gonna keep my. Then I'm gonna work to change that policy.
Over policy.
Okay. Let's do this. Hold on. Let me refute you then.
Are you gonna
let's look at it. Let's look at Obama. Hold on. No, a perfect
Are
example.
you
Look
gonna
at
vote to get
Obama.
punched in the face every Thursday?
Obama claimed to be some sort of arbiter of
Why are we
wealth
talking
and stuff.
about Obama,
Hold on,
bro?
we are. If you be quiet and
2016.
listen. Obama's policies are antithetical to black people, but yet he calls himself black men. So why did people vote for him?
How the fuck are Obama's policies
promoting transgender things, destroying the black families, destroying black masculinity. His policies and promotion of transgender issues.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you this. Personally. Your name is George?
Yes.
George.
Yes.
every day in your life.
Right.
I'm assuming you have a job, right?
Right. So I have a career. Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay. So every morning you wake up. Are you married?
No, I'm engaged. Go ahead.
You're engaged. Do you have kids?
Yes, I have two sons, 16 and 21.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Every morning you wake up, you kiss your fiance goodbye. You go into your kids' rooms. You kiss your kids. You go into the kitchen. Your fiance might pack you lunch. I don't know. You might make your own lunch, or maybe you eat at work. I don't know. Okay. You get your lunch. You get in your car. You go to work. You might have to stop and get gas, depending if you got it the night before.
Right.
You go to work. You do your job. You're texting your fiance throughout the day. She's sending you pictures of your kids. You get off work. You go home.
Right.
You have dinner with your beautiful fiance. I'm sure your kids are fucking beautiful too. After you guys get dinner, you put the dishes in the sink. You play with your kids. You have fun. You put them to bed. You go to bed. You kiss your fiance. Maybe you guys have sex. Maybe not. You go to bed. All right? At what point does the transgender people affect you?
They don't. And here's the thing. They don't.
Okay,
but
what's your fucking problem with them?
Okay, if you just hush up and listen, I don't have a problem with them. I got a relative transgender. I treat them just fine. But I'm saying I'm not talking about the transgender, gay, LGBTQ. I'm a licensed LGBTQ advocate to my nonprofit. My whole thing is I don't care about that, but I don't think it should be forced and put in movies and put in schools before parents are able to have those discussions with their kids. We shouldn't have rainbow flags in school. That's not appropriate. So that's how I feel.
What's wrong with the rainbow?
I don't want men going in bathrooms with little girls when you put fathers in positions where they don't feel safe sitting their little girls in bathrooms with cross dressers. That's not what I stand for. So in that
Can I tell you
regard,
something? My parents are gay.
Great. My son's mother is gay, and big deal. So what? I'm not talking about gay people. I'm talking about men dressed in drag going in the bathroom with little girls.
Yeah, and when I was a kid, it made me feel really good seeing rainbows. It made me feel like I belonged, like they're kids, and not because I got fucking bullied for it.
I know people that got bullied too. I'm not talking about gay and bisexual and lesbian. I'm talking about this.
So why is it wrong for me to feel like
you can feel it
as a kid?
You can feel it great. I'm all with the Rainbow Brigade and all that, but not in our schools. But not in our schools.
As a child, it made me feel okay.
No, but let the parents do that at home. That's not for schools to do.
So on the flip side, though, let me
So
jump
what?
in.
Everybody gets bullied. That doesn't mean anything. Because you got bullied, so what? Everybody gets bullied in life. Get over it.
Bro, you should have been bullied fucking harder.
Let me ask this. So if rainbow flags are okay in schools, should the Bible be okay in schools at the same time? Should those two conflicting arguments be in the same place where children are? Or should we just get rid of both of them? Well, let's ask that question though. You can answer you can ask yours after this one. Answer that one. What about that? Should they both be scrapped, or should one be better than the other? Because they both seem to be like nothing that should be in school for children when they're supposed to be learning about education, not about sex or religion. So what do you think?
I'm not gonna lie, that was just a hypothetical because my parents aren't gay. My parents divorced when I was 4.
Okay.
But that was a hypothetical to make him feel. And at 4, he said, yeah, I support it. And then he said, I don't care. You should be bullied. But no, like, here's the thing. Sexuality isn't chosen. Religion is.
Okay. Okay, here's the thing, too.
Because I can't choose to be gay.
Right, that's true. You can choose to be gay and lesbian. But when you get into the but gay, lesbian, and bisexual or sexuality, transgenderism is an agenda. When you delve into that, that's what I feel like. It's an agenda. It's a political agenda. Gay, lesbian, bisexual, great. Sexuality, cool with you all day. But when you get into this transgenderism and this anger and stuff that these people with the bulldog ring and purple hair want to espouse, that's an agenda. That's something else. So I'm not talking about. They're what?
I have a septum ring, and guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm straight. I
didn't say anything, but I'm saying that fits sort of.
But you brought it up. You brought it up.
Exactly. That's what I said. You're right.
So why are we judging people off septum rings? Because
I'm judging based off my experience with them. They're usually radicalized. Not all of them. One thing I hate about the transgender movement is that
and now you're backpedaling. You're backpedaling.
I'm not backpedaling
You know
if you let me walk forward. I'm saying
you're
this.
stereotyping.
No,
That's
I'm not.
what you're fucking
Dear,
doing.
I just told you that I'm basing this off my personal experience. That's not make
You
it a
can
stereotype.
say whatever you want.
I didn't say if
Your
you let me finish.
actions
I'm
speak
telling
louder
you.
than words.
No. You don't listen because here's the thing. What I'm saying is
I
there's a
do listen.
subset.
I don't
No,
think you listen to
one.
that's
No,
coming
you
out of
don't.
your fucking yapper,
No,
bro.
but here's the thing, bro. Listen, I'm not saying all transgender people are like this. There's a very vocal minority that hurts all transgender. I met some transgender live with some that were cool as hell. They weren't on all this rah-rah stuff. That's you
You're
and your
right.
leftist democratic agenda. That's your thing. If you want to use
Again,
transgender to
I'm
force
not a
up your,
fucking Democrat, bro.
well, I don't know. I don't know what you claim to be, but yeah, you got all the symptoms of one. But that's
I've
teach
said
his
it
own.
multiple times.
Okay,
I
great.
support my vote based on policy. I
Okay.
don't align to either.
And you
party,
have really bad Trump derangement syndrome, and that's okay. There's help for you.
And why is that? What
just
is
do,
Trump derangement syndrome in your mind?
Maybe you watch The View. I don't know. That's not my problem. I'm
I
not
don't
your
watch
doctor.
cable.
I'm not your dad. But you have TDS really
I
bad.
like to
man.
watch my pound life and Rick Morty. I
You
don't
what?
watch the
Say
news.
it again. You cut out, Care. What'd you say?
I watch my 600 Pound Life and I watch Rick and Morty. I don't watch the fucking news.
Okay, I watch Rick and Morty too. And
That's
it's not that I'm a sycophant. Okay.
So
No.
derangement syndrome to you?
What is what?
Hey.
What is what?
What
I'm
is
listening.
Trump derangement syndrome to you?
It's people that hate. Trump could resurrect Christ, deliver a baby on Air Force One, and cure cancer, and you still don't hate him. So it is what it is.
I'm sorry. Whoa. He hates Trump to resurrect Christ?
Yeah. He could do all that. You still hate him.
What
So
does that
it's.
mean?
You weren't smart enough to get that. What I said was he could do anything, and you would still hate him regardless. So there's no point in engaging in the discussion with you.
My brother in Christ, you just said we hate Trump to resurrect Christ, and you think
Ma'am, you weren't listening.
Trump
You weren't
derangement
listening. You weren't listening. Maybe you were having a flare up of TDS. You didn't hear what I said. Go back and listen to this, and then you'll get the content of what I said. I'm not going to repeat it.
Brother, I feel like I'm talking to a fucking turkey sandwich gained sentient.
I mean, I'm feeling the energy right now. This is great. I think it's going to resonate with the viewers. So
drop my Insta white dot.
I will. No, you go ahead. You go ahead and drop it. Drop it. If you guys want to get a hold of Care White Dot Platinum, okay? And George, why don't you drop yours?
All right. You can reach me at George P. Brooks on Facebook. You can read my conservative views on AmericanThinker.com, which is a prestigious conservative think piece that's been around since 2016. You can follow my work with Turning Point as city president there, my other conservative writings, my Substack, my nonprofit Meta Association, and my other working community that I've done for 8 years.
Okay, let's end it right there, guys. I want you both to have a great night. Go get some water, both of you. Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not.
I need a drink of water.
For having us on. And you know what, George?
Mm-hmm.
Go give those babies some love. And you better kiss that fucking fiance.
Oh, yeah, I do. And the beauty is she doesn't care about politics at all. So my life is real easy. I'm good.
Excellent.
But thank you, though.
I give a fact. You have a fiance and you got kids. You better love
Yeah.
that
All
bitch.
right.
Yeah, I do. They are my world.
All right. Well, thank you both. Have a good
All
night.
right. Thank y'all. All right.
Yep. Bye.